Greetings up there, YouTube land. The reason I'm showing you this reply to a comment, I really want you to read it. Okay? I mean, it pretty much says it all. I don't have to say a lot of fancy words or anything. You can pause and cut me off for a second and read it yourself, right? It's a straight word. Open your Bible. It tells you the things to come, okay? If you seek God's face, He'll definitely meet you a lot of times before halfway. If you're really trying to seek His face, He'll make sure you find it. No ands, no ifs, no buts. Every day, planet-wide, people are getting healed in the mighty name of Jesus. Every day, there are brothers and sisters of mine out there standing tall in faith, being bold, standing tall in faith. That's what it's called, being hot. Going out there and laying hands, right? All different kinds, even way different than me, some of them. I like that guy Doug from Windsor on Fire. I really do. I went to his house, man. He's got a really cool house, man. And he's got an electric car, right? I mean, that rocks, right? I know that he's a nice guy, you know? But if he got trapped in an elevator for a while, he turned it into a fun moment and started dancing to the elevator music. That's the kind of guy he is. There's nothing wrong with that. You're going to be there for a little bit, okay, it's no problem, right? But you're going to be trapped in there all night. No, I don't play that. Because I got other things to do type thing. I'm going to get up that wire. I'll call a rescue team or her, because clearly if they get in there that long, nobody knows they're there, right? But there's nothing to worry about. Just God made me to do certain things in the move. And I was past due for the grave. I mean, seriously. Severe end-stage terminal, past due for the grave, and the whole 9 yards, right? Weak and frail, man. They get to be walking that cane and rarely went out, right? I was that messed up. You know, you guys used to see the ambulance can take me and I gave up on that, right? There's no point to it when they couldn't fix me. So take that. And March 12th, boom, flip the switch, right? And I got more than I asked for. It's one in my heart, right? Take me home or my heart, one or the other, right? And he decided, hey, gonna fix me. And not only that, he had his hand in my hair, but not only that, he fixed my memories too, right? And more. I still got more. I'm changing every day, man. I know things I shouldn't. I'm learning more every day. It's more and more and more, right? Some things I'll talk on later. It's all in God's time, right? But that is something you got to think on a little bit. You just can't put them out. Something I did, I didn't. They might not have done it right. Maybe if I thought about it and worded it a little bit better, but everything since he touched my heart and actually held it in his hands and told me the things he was going to do, and it hurt and all that, and gave me that choice to be awake or asleep. I took awake. It had been so intense because I was literally dead inside. I had no emotions from all the pain that I endured, right, through injuries and stuff, right? You try being awake to an open heart. Whoa. When I talk about selling your organs, you try being forgotten about in the hallway for 16 and a half hours. Well, a half hour of torture is still a thing. It counts, right? Your heart's stopping and it's starting. It's going flatline for a while and it starts by itself and they just left you in the hallway. When your two life flights have been there 14 hours, you didn't even know you were there because nobody bothered to tell them, right? You try to live in that horrors and then you come out and you wake up and there's pain, nothing but pain. And it took that all away, right? Years and years of pain, trapped in a bloody place because it couldn't go anywhere that I wanted to go. It couldn't fly. Because aneurysms are one thing, but when you're taking those artery wideners, everything in your brain because of sudden aneurysm before you even get to flying, cruising speed, right? Altitude, anything, boom, you never make it up there. So your head explodes, right? Wow, what a way to go. Not the kind of view I can imagine. I haven't even taken off the ground high enough to see anything, and boom, I'm gone. I don't enjoy the view. Trapped. And now he's got me off that poison. I was worth 5 people's worth a day just to live, okay? I didn't put that in there. I just got in my other videos. I got the videos on my page. One is like 3 minutes long and a couple of seconds. One is it says 123, but it's only 122. It shows my natural practice. God give me a second chance. But the other one shows a month worth open. That's not counting the pills, the spray, the puppers, and then the extra nitro spray I used on top. I was falling down all the time. I was riding out heart attacks, massive when I wrote it here. The only reason I went to the hospital in November because my lungs filled up with fluid, and they wouldn't. The clinic guy was on vacation or whatever the hell, and they wanted to know 2 weeks. I didn't even go there. And I need to make an appointment. See, I don't think so, right? Now when you can't breathe and your lungs are fluid. I went to the last second to go there, right? And the only reason I went is because he wanted me to go. I wanted him to take me home. He wanted me to keep doing what I was doing and more, So I upped my game a little bit on the place I write for the Lord. That's different. I take my time thinking. I did a quick response here without really thinking on it much. Okay? It's different when you're doing these because I was afraid of public speaking, okay? And he started me there, and I got connections around the world. I didn't even realize what he was doing, right? Sometimes he tells me somebody doesn't have to, and I laughed later because all the pieces still in place. He's like somebody steps ahead of the game, and I ran a chess club as a child, and I was always a few steps ahead of a lot of people. And he's way ahead of any of us, right? His little little private joke we have, I guess. He loves to make me laugh. He does. He makes me feel incredible now. From a frail old man walking with a team, to these big strong guys, I had three of them shake my hand like they try to squeeze it, you know? They're feeling energy, right? And they're looking in there, and I know these guys are strong. They all are. They're all healthy, you know, right? One of this guy laid hands on the heel, right? That guy's got muscles, man. He does, right? He's squeezing, he can't do anything. Anyway, he tried to squeeze it, and you get the same kind of deal. It works out now, but I was sitting there, doing nothing for years, right? And he turned around and he couldn't do anything. He was like going, wow. It felt like iron or steel. Well, that's what my hands used to feel like when I was young. I got that all back, right? I mean, and, you know, and more, I think, definitely more, I think. I used to climb mountains when I was young, hang off my fingertips before it came a fad. I didn't have no chalk, no nothing. Full pack. I was there and I wanted to be at the one spot and I went, right? Every once in a while, all the people out there do all the time. I was taking God for granted, even though it was making himself known to me. I was just taking it for granted, did my worldly thing. I did. I admit it. I never denied it. I made mistakes. I learned from them, right? But there I am. I had my moments on the side of a cliff, right? Stuck there, you know, during the storm came up. It's like the one in Hacksaw Ridge, right? They do it out the net. Basically, you know, it might be a few feet taller, you know, a foot shorter. It didn't really matter. I think it's taller about another 2 feet. It didn't really matter. But the point was, it was raining. The storm came out of nowhere. I knew there was a flash of it when I crossed the stupid rapids, right? Way down there. I wasn't even thinking flashlight. I just thinking bad rapids, right? And boom, when the storm came, we were caught on it. Down is death, right? We watched way farther than we wanted to go. We had a perfect spot to cross. And if the water had been a little bit better and those trees I tried to cut to get across were long enough, just that little bit, it wasn't thick enough for that one split to hold it against the rocks. The current was so fast. But sure, you know, I had cut down 5 of them. I tried to do it with a knife and a rock. I think I shot down the last 2 with my rifle. I emptied my clips out, right? Hey, I mean, how many I cut down? I need to get to the other side, right? I just didn't know why I had to get to the other side. Because this area was low there, and then clearly there's a flash flood in there. If I'd been down there, I would have been washed away, right? I didn't know why. I just knew I had to get on the other side and up, right? And that's the Lord moving there. But I didn't know. I had an elk standing right over me, standing right over me, the butt end of an elk. You know, I'd never seen an elk that huge in my life. The biggest rack you ever saw, right? I thought it was like one of the prehistoric elk or something. It was in an area where nobody went. I had all these animals walking right past me and behind me that didn't actually like, never seen a human being before. So it was an adventure for me because I was young at the time. It was my first real big adventure, you know, with my buddy climbing mountains with grins and giggles, right? The view was worth it. We were young and stupid. We grabbed a bottle of whatever. We didn't care. It was the sole purpose of it was to drink on top of there and enjoy the view. Take one drink today. Hey, we made it. We saw this. Wow, you know, we did something. We were like, at least we saw something. Okay? And that zest for life he's given me back. Before he finished healing me, I was talking to him about it. Say, hey, look, you know, I know you're going to heal me. I already know you are, right? So, you know, because either that or you're going to take me home. One or the other. Either way, I win, right? And that's the way I looked at it, right? Either way, I win. But the one thing I'd like to do is freely roam the earth, right? And all the countries I wanted to see that I never got a chance to see, and everything changed to the ones I did. Excuse me. So I told him, hey, I want to do it if you don't mind. I got no problem. I'll do whatever you want me to do there, but I'd love to see the view while it's still there. So he said I could turn around and travel and lay hands for people. But I got a bunch of people I know online that talk on another site, right? Some of my friends are sick. I got in England and all different countries. I know people that got minor problems. And guess what? I can lay hands for Jesus because I do sit there look pretty, and he does all the hard work anyway. The guy laughed his butt off when I said, all I do is stand here and look pretty. He does all the work. See, he knows I haven't shaved since my wife died, June 26, right? But does it really matter? You know, I think John in the wilderness, he wasn't shaved, right? What matters is the message, not the messenger. People forgot that. They're raising up these messengers who've gone off message because of their own vanity and ego, some of them on pedestals. That ain't right. Especially when the angels could do all kinds of stuff and they really rocked. And they said, don't bow down to me, don't bow to no man. Bow to God only, right? I paid attention, right? You know, I was questioning whether I had the faith of the mustard after everything I'd been through with Jesus, right? Whether I had it. And he must have liked it because I was pondering it a while. And then he said, hey, you can take him off now. In a loud voice to make sure I heard, right? So, you know, I didn't think it was just me telling myself what I wanted to hear, right? And he's been rocking my world since. And look at the dramatic improvement that I've made since March 12th to now, okay? And I'm still changing. It's the beauty of it. I'm getting stronger, I'm getting better, I'm getting smarter. The whole 9 yards, right? I got the red carpet, and all I asked him to do was fix my heart. Just let me see something before I died. I said, go somewhere, right? That's all I wanted. And he gave me so much more than I ever asked for. Because all he wanted was that personal relationship and somebody to love him back. Because God ain't about any of this world stuff that people care about. None of it means anything to him. He don't care about the names, the religion, none of that stuff matters to him. People forget he made everybody on the planet. Honestly, look at Revelation 9. Look where they're from. Everywhere. Look what languages speak every tongue out there. Right? People forget that. He knows the name of everybody in hell. He knows the name of everybody before they're even born. Right? He knows the names of every one of those children was supposed to have. They got aborted. Sacrificed to Baal at those clinics of Baal called abortion clinics or family planning centers. And I got a little taste because he was holding my heart so long of the things that really bothered him. Because I was asking him, I wonder if I can handle a little bit of what and I asked the lady because he said, be careful what you ask for because I might give it to you. And in this case, I will. And I got a little one. There's not nothing. I got a feeling like everything's so intensified right now. Yeah, I deal with a lot of street people. It works out better for me because I remember from my youth and there I ran into some. And I came around and they had the same problems that I walked away from when I was really young, right? So, they'll pass that along thing. Hey, I did these mistakes when I was young, and look at I turned my life around. You can do the same. And there's this cool guy named Jesus, right? It helped a little bit, but it's helping right now. When a former atheist comes back in here and he's telling about how great it is, he doesn't have that rage or bipolar, nothing. I'm doing something right. I wasted my life. I was asleep. I'm awake now. God can do this for me. Imagine what he can do for you. I always recommend Sergeant York that I have in my movies, Christian movies, because that's a true story about how God turned a guy around in about a year and a half from a drunken bum fighter to a Medal of Honor winner. Think about that. In a year and a half. Get the Congressional Medal of Honor. 1 minute he's a fighter, has a little incident with God, and next thing you know, boom, about a year and a half after, you would take a month, right? I'm not going to argue about that. But he turned around and became a Congressional Medal of Honor winner, and all these other medals. Right? He was offered a wad of money. When you got to watch that, see how hard he worked for pennies a day, right? Honestly, do, right? And he walked away from that wad of cash because that man had principles and morals. He was a walking tall child of God. That man was standing tall for God. Okay, that's what hot is. There are brothers and sisters I know that they message me, okay? And the Lord's been giving lots of people dreams and visions, and they already know their future, like I know mine. They know they were talked about in Revelation 6, verses 9 to 11, and God's let them know. And they'll gladly walk into their faith. They'll be highly honored. Right? They're going to get the horses they speak about at the bottom of Zechariah 14, and no, they ain't the war horses. God said, no way, no how, or any of them getting anything on them, no yoke on them. They're special forces. He needs them again later. And after that, well, they'll do what they want, I guess, right? And it's up to them who they want to hang with or not, because they're special forces, right? Above and beyond anything we can even imagine, right? They're God's war horses. Come on, do the math, right? Those ones are made special. They're not regular horses, they're special. Because they'll pull the sleigh bells to go to Zechariah 14 at the bottom there, right? Above that, you'll see that he mentions the Feast of Tabernacles 3 times. It says an or else. Go or else, right? Penalty. First time, no rain. Second time, death. So I tell you right away, you know where the most, to look for the most important holiday for God. I don't care what other people say. I only care what Jesus said. I know what he told me. It's right there for all to see, right there in front of their faces. I got all these people trying to tell me all these other feasts are more important. To who? Men or God? That's the problem. Dogmas and doctors of men. That's why he wants that personal relationship. It's all about faith and a personal relationship. Because everybody's so messed up. He looks down, he doesn't see a righteous person on the planet. And our best works are as filthy rags before the Lord. And yet he's still fixing people every day. Now that's love. Think about it. And love him back a little bit and give him a call. He's waiting to hear from a lot of you. It's been a long, long time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.